Have you ever had one of those days where you absolutely need dessert and the only dessert that will satisfy you is chocolate? And all you have hanging around the house is a couple of overripe avocados and an unsweetened chocolate bar? Well, I'm going to show you how to make the most nutritious, delicious chocolate mousse. Hi, it's Kim Castle and you're watching kimTV, the place to be to get more tingle out of life. Shout out to Gina McNew on Facebook. Girls writing me from Atlanta, Georgia. She actually sent me a recipe to try, an unconventional recipe that she wanted me to be the guinea pig on, so I thought I'd give it a try today. And I kimplified it a bit to make it even healthier and yummier. After years of thinking that I could get by on a pill or a bar or a shake, I've accepted food into my life. And not just any food, I'm a born-again foodie. Today I'm going to show you how to make absolute delicious, highly nutritious chocolate mousse. Oh my God, that is complicated, but it's not. In fact, you don't even have to be a foodie to make something like this. What you will need for this recipe is a chocolate bar. You can do sugar-free chocolate. Dark chocolate's best. Sugar-free chocolate has maltitol or xylitol in it. I'm using today organic chocolate bar, which means that it's only chocolate. It has no Dutching, which is when it adds milk, and it has no sugar in it. Also need unsweetened chocolate powder. I use organic chocolate, so always go organic when possible. Next thing you'll need is some coffee. I brewed a cup of coffee, Kahlua flavored coffee, but you can do a hazelnut coffee, you can do decaf coffee, any kind of flavored coffee you want, or just an Italian roast. You'll also need ripe avocado. This is where you don't throw those overripe avocados, even if they start to brown a little bit. It's actually really good for this recipe. Avocado and a chocolate mousse, shh, our secret. An unsweetened almond milk. And then you're gonna need a sweetener. Now, I love to explore different kind of sweeteners. Anything I can do to get away from sugar. The majority of this recipe, you can use maple syrup. Now, at 200 calories a tablespoon, I tend to try to stay away from maple syrup because I still want to fit in my skinny jeans, and I'm sure you do too. Also use agave. Now, agave has 60 calories. Believe it or not, it's the same amount of calories as honey. And no matter what the marketing claims say, both of these raise your glycemic level, which means that you're getting 60 calories a tablespoon, but you're also getting a spike in your insulin, which causes the body to hold on weight. I really like using coconut nectar. It has about 55 calories a tablespoon, so it's similar, but it has a low glycemic index. And I'm really excited about Yacon Syrup. What's a Yacon? A Yacon is a tuber grown in the ground in South America. What's great about Yacon is it has a little bit of calories. It's about 40 calories a tablespoon, but it has no glycemic index, so it's really, really low, and it has more potassium than a banana. So I really like working with Yacon. Now the taste is similar to a barley malt, so it's not as sweet as, let's say, agave or honey or even the coconut nectar. So today's recipe, I'm going to do a blend of them both because I want to kind of have a nuanced sweetness to it. You'll also need some salt. I would go nutritious salt, so I tend to like to use the Himalayan pink salt. And the reason is because of the color, it actually has more nutrients in it. So we're going to start by making the ganache, which is the base of the mousse. Now, ganache is just technical term for melted chocolate. Now you'll see in my bowl, I've got the unsweetened organic chocolate bar, and because it's unsweetened, I added a little bit of granulated erythritol. Yep, it looks like sugar, acts like sugar, but it's not. You can actually melt your chocolate, but chocolate burns really quickly, and once it turns, you gotta toss it and throw it away. So I'm actually gonna show you how to melt your chocolate on the oven. And a lot of times older recipes will call for a double boiler. Who has one of those? All you do is you have a saucepan and you're gonna have about an inch of water boiling in your pot. And then you wanna have a glass bowl. You don't wanna have too much water in there or it will boil over. You wanna stir it and you'll start to see it very quickly. In about a minute and a half, it'll start to melt. Let's talk about the difference between chocolate pudding and chocolate mousse. Chocolate pudding is more like a thick custard. It has cornstarch in it, it has eggs, it has a few other things. A chocolate mousse typically is more of a whipped cream combined with a chocolate, gently folded together. And there you have the base for your mousse, a chocolate ganache. Notice how smoothly it is. Took about a minute and a half maximum. You really want to make sure you're stirring it the whole time so that it doesn't burn, okay? Also know that this bowl, even though it's not the hot pan, it is hot. Now I'm a kitchen gadget freak. I love all things kitchen gadgets. This is a handy little gadget I got at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's for avocados. It actually helps you take out the pit without losing too much of the fruit. And yes, an avocado is a fruit because it has a seed. I'm gonna mix all the other ingredients in a food processor. Reminds me of the chocolate stream in Willy Wonka. Who was your favorite character in Willy Wonka? Let me know in the comments below. I want to check and make sure that all evidence of avocado completely disguised. See how easy that was? The next step, use nice little dessert cups, and you want to chill it. Now you can garnish these if you really want to make it look impressive. You can make some fresh whipped cream. You can chop up some hazelnuts, fresh mint. Notice how thick it is on the yum. Low calorie. You've got the incredible nutrition of the raw chocolate. No sugar in the chocolate. You've got the Yacon Syrup, which has the high potassium. You've got avocado, which is the incredible good fat. And you have the Himalayan salt, which has a high mineral count. This not only tastes good, but is good for you. And that's this episode of kimTV. Do you have a recipe, an unconventional recipe that you'd like to see me try out and kimplify it, and share it back with you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, show me some Sally Field and like it. And if you'd like to be notified every time I do a new episode, go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the recipes that I share and tips on getting more tingle out of life. And that's this episode of kimTV. Remember, wherever you go, whatever you do, I see you. Oh, I think your dog just left a gift for you on the carpet. I feel like Mr. Rogers when it's playing, hang it back on the wall. It's like